Round 3 of the Tasmanian Improved Production State Championship was back down south at Bulk Nutrients Baskerville Raceway. Tony Martin was still waiting on an engine rebuild for his red VS Commodore, so he bought a running spare motor that just happened to be in an improved production Commodore. Also entered was Kyle Smith, who we caught up with to find out a bit more about his very rapid under 2 litre Datsun 1200 sedan. Kyle, your Datsun is one of the quickest under 2 litre cars in the state, but it's sort of, you came out of nowhere. Have you got any previous circuit experience?
So I raced go-karts for a few years. Other than that, this is the first time we've put a car on a track and given it a go, so we've been pretty proud and pretty surprised at how well it's gone.
And you built the car yourself?
Yeah, so we've built this one pretty much from scratch. It was a local car. It was in primer with a roll cage in it, and we had a look at it and thought, we could improve this a bit. And about 7 years later, we've got the car here on track. So it's a SR20 running a VE head. It runs a 6-speed 370Z gearbox, Hilux diff, and standard leaf spring, coil over front out of a Sylvia. Bit of a Frankenstein.
Anthony Mackenzie's got a little bit of time on you at the moment. What are you improving on the car to try and close that gap?
We're throwing everything at it. He is very, very quick. He drives it very well. He's definitely the benchmark. He's the man to catch. So we're trying a different diff ratio this weekend, a different camshaft package, and we're just sort of trying to figure out a few of the niggling issues, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks, Callum.
Smith's main opposition in the unders would be Anthony Mackenzie, who had gone under Gavin Reynolds' 2012 under 2 litre benchmark of a 58.669 2 weeks prior on a practice day. Anthony, you've come so close to that lap record. Is that the goal this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Sort of something we've been working towards for quite some time now, but it's taking a long time to get there. But I think we're close. Yeah.
Since round 1, what improvements have you made to the car to try and find those extra couple of hundredths?
Look, we've probably just done something more to make the car a bit more comfortable. We've just added some electric power steering to the car, which sort of, it's quite a heavy car to negotiate around here, so just to make that a bit nicer to drive. So we've added that, which entailed having to change a few other things to make it fit, but that and a bit of work with the front suspension.
Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks, Callum. Yeah, thanks for the work you're doing too.
This round would also see the first rotary in years competing in improved production. Jacob Walsh was piloting Canon Lockett's RX-7 that has a lot of history in Tasmania. Matthew Grace was a welcome addition back to the grid, a super quick car and driver combo we last saw around 18 months ago. Matt, it's been a little while since we've seen you, but it's not through lack of trying. You've had some niggling issues and busy outside of racing, but you're finally back and raring to get back into it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been pointed out. I think it's about a year and a half or so. You're right. We've had a lot of engine grief, having new engines built, babies, work. So yeah, it's good to finally be back here. And the car's not 100% complete yet, but almost there. So we'll just roll around here. No lap records today, that's for sure. But glad to be back.
So have you done anything different on the car since you last ran?
Not really. It's just really just trying to get to the bottom of the engine to get the reliability there again, and I think we're almost there. So fingers crossed that's it. So yeah.
Oh, it's great to see you back. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Qualifying got underway Saturday morning, and almost instantly the red flag was thrown due to Phil House grinding to a halt just after leaving the pits with electrical problems. Once qualifying got back underway, there was a tight battle up front between Jason House, Grace and Richardson, with Grace setting a 57.1, only a tenth of a second off his PB despite not having his extra downforce front air dam fitted. In the unders, Mackenzie put in a low 59-second lap to top the timesheets, and for the first time Kyle Smith broke the 1 minute barrier with a 59.9 to line up second, several seconds clear of Leon Duggan in third. Mary White set a PB in the Mirage and got into the 105s, qualifying just behind new competitor Mark Jakins, a powerboat racer in the ex-Adrian Walsh Commodore. Right at the end of the session, Jason House went out and lowered his pole time to a 56.2, just a few hundredths off Shane Bond's lap record. Phil House made it to the start of race 1, but was penalised 5 seconds for jumping the start, while Jacob Walsh threw away his great qualifying result on the first lap with cold rear tyres. lap 5, Jason House broke Shane Bond's lap record by a couple of thousandths of a second. Right on board the record-breaking lap. Phil House made great progress through the field and got as high as 5th before a screw fell out of the throttle linkage. He lost a spot to Kyle Smith and then another to Steve Gangel's invited Commodore when the 5-second penalty was applied post-race. Congratulations, Jason, new lap record holder at Baskerville. Has taken a little while, but yeah, finally got there.
Yeah, we've been let Bondi at it for 3 or 4 months now, and thought it's our turn to be in the limelight, so it's good. But no, we've been working on it. Had a few engine dramas and stuff, and we've just been working on those and trying to get the car settled and trying some stuff this weekend, and it's paid off. It's been really good. Yeah.
As with all race cars, there's always development to be done. Can you outline a few of the developmental things you've got in the works for the Beamer?
Yeah, I think the main thing for us is just to have a really reliable engine, just so we can turn the key and get home, put fuel in it and go again. I think that's the aim for us. You're always tinkering with them, as you know, but yeah, we're happy with it at where it is. And apart from having probably building another engine maybe. That's about as much as we've got to do, I think. Yeah.
For race 2, Phil House again had electrical issues in the BMW E30 and retired on the opening lap. Kyle Smith dropped back at the start with a broken gear shifter, but he made do and battled on with Steve Gangel's invited Commodore. Gangel's close racing had brought Martin, Walsh and Simons closer to the Gangel Commodore. For lap after lap, the strengths and weaknesses of each car was apparent at different parts of the Baskerville layout. Around half distance, Grace dropped out with a broken rocker arm shim. The rocker arm itself was fine, but he didn't have any spares to repair the broken shim, and he was out for the rest of the weekend. Jason House once again led the overs home, followed by Richardson and Martin as Gandrel's Commodore was running as invited. In the unders, Mackenzie led home Smith and quiet achiever Leon Duggan in his white Mark 1 Escort. Stay tuned for more Round 3 improved production action with Sunday's races 3, 4 and 5, which featured the addition of several other competitors who could only race on the Sunday.